There's a sea in my bedroom. The story is by Margaret Wilde, and the pictures are by Jane Tanner. David was frightened of the sea. It was a huge, wet monster that gobbled him up, knocked him over, and turned him upside down. He didn't like the sea, not at all. But he liked collecting shells. He had fan-shaped ones. Some shells looked like trumpets. Some even looked like curved animals' teeth. They were yellow and gray and pink and purple. Then, one day, he found a conch shell. It was shaped like a pear. The shell was brown on the outside and orange inside. That's a very special shell, his father said. If you put it against your ear, you can hear the sea inside. How could a big, scary sea get inside a small shell? David wondered. But he pressed the shell against his ear and listened and listened. Then he heard the sea. It was soft and growly and friendly. David wasn't scared of this sea, not at all. He took the shell to his bedroom and put it on the chair next to his bed. He felt sorry for the sea. It couldn't enjoy being trapped inside the shell, he thought. Perhaps he could let it out, just for a short while. It was such a friendly sea, all soft and growly. He stroked the shell and whispered, "Come out, sea, come out. I won't hurt you." He waited and waited. Nothing happened. Then he heard a swish, swishing noise. The sea rushed out of the shell. The sea curled around his toes and foamed up his legs. It beat gently against the bed. David was getting wet, but he didn't mind, not at all. He flopped down in the water and kicked his legs and splashed. He rode in his toy box, floated on his back, and did somersaults. 1, 2, 3. All around him his toys bobbed in the water. His red tugboat, his yellow wooden duck, and his blue striped seaplane. He scooped handfuls of foam. The bubbles disappeared quickly in his hand. He laughed and laughed and laughed. His mother and father heard him. They called, "What are you doing, David? What are you up to?" David jumped into the waves, then came up for air. He shouted, "Mom, Dad, there's a sea in my bedroom. I'm jumping in the waves. I'm getting all wet." "A sea in his bedroom?" his father said. "A sea in his bedroom?" his mother said. "What is he doing?" They opened the bedroom door and peeked in. There was David swimming on the floor with his toys all around him. But there was no sea at all. David sat up. He touched his pants and shirt. He touched his hair. He was dry. "There was a sea," he said. "There was a soft, growly, friendly sea. It lives inside the shell. It's gone back in now." His father smiled. "It's not a real sea," he said. "It's just a noise that the shell makes when you put it against your ear." But David knew that there had been a sea in his bedroom. There was even a small pile of sand underneath his chair. "Look there," he said. "Look there. I'm going to keep it always. I'm going to put the sand into a jar. Should we go to the beach tomorrow? His father asked. You can go swimming in the sea. Yes, said David. That would be fun. He would take his kickboard, his snorkel, and his bucket and spade. He wasn't afraid of the big sea anymore. Not at all.